Hey everybody, the Super Vader 400 here, back for another video, and this time this is my 3 Cartoon Network reviews. I'm gonna be doing 3 short reviews of 3 cartoons, and those cartoons are Mighty Magiswords, Sonic Boom, and Transformers Robots in Disguise. The very first cartoon I'm going to start off with is Mighty Magiswords. When I was on Wikipedia looking at list of programming by Cartoon Network, they had Mighty Magiswords as a cartoon that will premiere in 2015. But of course, there was really no article there because the link because the of course the wording was red instead of blue. So I couldn't really search for anything on the I couldn't read anything on the series, but the title looked cool, so I put it in on Wikipedia. Maybe they have something, a trailer somewhere at a convention somewhere, and behold, I saw the 2 main characters, Van Bray and Prohias, and I saw a scene with them with the Magiswords, and the show looked cool, so I couldn't wait till it premiered. It was announced that this would premiere. Actually, it was unknown when it showed ever premiere, but it finally premiered on Cartoon Network's online video service, and I've just recently watched the first and second episodes. I've watched them both twice, and I must say I love this cartoon. This cartoon is beautifully drawn, awesome animation for a limited Flash cartoon, and 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 downright hilarious. The cartoon is a it's an American Flash internet cartoon, but it uses influence from 60s and 80s and 90s animes. A lot of fans are already comparing this to the anime Slayers. I've heard a lot of good things about Slayers, but I've never watched Slayers. But this right here is a good show. The only problem I have with this show is that Wikipedia lists this show as an comedy, science fiction, action adventure cartoon. You get some good action, but not really some good animation action. Like in the second episode, they were fighting some kind of robot giant. They were fighting some kind of giant robot monster, and the action sequences were more comical instead of intense like an anime. But other than that, the show was great. The next problem I have with the show is that, as awesome as the show is, it's only 3 minutes. It's only 3 minutes. It's only 3 minutes. This show should at least be 10 to 15 minutes, if not 19 to 20 minutes. 19 to 20 minutes. However, do like how the show is a show made exclusively for the online cartoon network, because that gives aspiring animators a new platform to air their cartoons on without taking away from the current cartoons on Cartoon Network, because they don't have um they don't have the schedule like they used to. They don't have a full schedule like they used to. They're for Cartoon Network. The Cartoon Network block is from 6 a.m. to 8 o'clock p.m. They don't have the long schedule, so the online format is a new format to air their cartoons on. Is a new format to air their cartoons on. So I like that. I'm gonna do a full review when more episodes release. When more episodes release. But before I move on to the next one, the plot, of course, is about 2 warriors. Van Bray, a woman who doesn't wear pants. That's a running gag in the cartoon. And Pro High is a dim-witted male warrior. Both of these characters go on wacky adventures looking for magic swords and fighting all kinds of monsters using various wacky magic swords. Like I said, the show is a American cartoon, but it uses lots of influences from 60s, 70s, and 80s, 90s anime, and I think it's cool. I think it's cool. I think it's cool. The only problem I have, like I said, is too short. I hope it gets picked up for a full series. But I like the fact how it's released online. Now, like I said, when more episodes release, I'll do a full review talking more about the episodes. But now it's time for the second series, Sonic Boom. Of course, I first heard about Sonic Boom. There's a video game, but I really didn't care about the Sonic Boom video game. It wasn't until Sega announced that they teamed up. I think his name is Evan Coughlin. They teamed up with him to turn many of their franchises, Sonic, Alter Beast, Golden Axe, Crazy Taxi, Shinobi, Virtua Fighter, and many more into television series, television projects, and live action projects, and they said Sonic Boom was the first of many of that where I immediately got excited, for the Sonic Boom cartoon. And I watched Sonic Boom and I was immediately a fan. I love this cartoon for its awesome animation, its superb new character designs for Sonic Knuckles, and Robotnik. These characters look better than their iconic looks. A lot of people didn't like this, but I do. I've never played the game, but the cartoon is awesome, and the badass action sequences, and the show, of course, is very, very funny. Good comedy, action, science fiction cartoon, and I like this cartoon because this cartoon, besides Pokemon, was the first different cartoon. Every other cartoon, Steven Universe, Clarence, Regular Show, Adventure Time, these are all mostly comedy cartoons. Even though Adventure Time and Steven Universe and Regular Show, they do have some cool fantasy, action, violence, and Regular Show has some graphic violence. They're more comedy. They're more comedy, fantasy, adventure. This show right here, Mighty Magisaurus, and the upcoming Transformer shows are more action or comedy, action comedy, or comedy slash action. So I like how this show is different from the other lineup of Cartoon Network, offering more variety instead of just comedy cartoons, which is what it was when which is what it turned into Stuart Snyder when he got rid of Green Lantern, Young Justice. But like I said, man, this cartoon right here is pretty good. I've watched several episodes. The only problem I have with this cartoon is that this cartoon is not shown much. It's only shown usually on weekends, weekends at 6:30 or 7 o'clock, and it went on a short hiatus before finally returning. It's supposed to return in the late 2015 and early 2016 with new episodes, but they were unsure. The guy said he was unsure if it had been renewed for a second season. I hope it gets renewed for a second season because the show is really entertaining. I love this show, Sonic Boom. I love this show, Sonic Boom. The next show is Transformers: Robots in Disguise. I saw this show when it premiered, and earlier today I watched an episode where they were fighting some kind of robot skunks. And this show was action packed, comedic, and had awesome CGI animation. This show is a sequel to Transformers Prime, which I thought was awesome from the Hub. This show was supposed to premiere on the Hub, but for some reason they passed upon it, and Cartoon Network ended up picking it up, and I'm glad they did because this show right here is awesome. Once again, the only problem I have with this show is that it's not seen a lot, and since it's not seen a lot, just like Sonic Boom, it could be in danger of getting canceled. Like I said, Sonic Boom is doing fine right now, but they said they were unsure if the series had been renewed for a second season, and I feel the same thing could happen with Transformers: Robots in Disguise. The show could be good, but since it's featured only on Saturday mornings, the show the show may not succeed, may not gain the fans it wants, and it could end up canceled. It could end up canceled. But from what I've seen in this show is pretty good. This show focuses on Bumblebee as Bumblebee. This show focuses on Bumblebee as the leader. Optimus Prime, I think, is missing in this cartoon. I don't know for sure. I don't really understand the plot of this cartoon, but from what I was seeing, man, it's good. It's another really good written decently written, awesomely written Transformers series. Like I said, this is just a sample of all these cartoons. Pretty much my thoughts on these cartoons. After I watch more episodes and more episodes are released, I'll do a full review on all of these shows. But like I said, all three. I mean, really, in Cartoon Network, they will never be what they were from '96 to 2004. But Cartoon Network now is actually pretty good. All right, Doug 8798 out.